So I heard it's official. The San Antonio Spurs are going to trade Dejounte Murray to the Hawks for Delano Gallinari and 3 first-round picks, one in 2023, 2025, and 2027. And honestly, at first I thought it was a bad pick. I thought a bad trade, excuse me. I thought Atlanta might have given up too much, but now I'm thinking about it. They didn't have to trade their core. They're giving up $5.9 million in cap space. If they could just round out that starting five and round out that roster, they're going to be pretty good. Because Dejounte Murray has become a dog since 2016. And he is a very underrated two-way player, in my opinion. Made his first all-star team last season. He's averaging 21 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds a game. And 2 steals. Man, let me tell you something. When him and Trae Young build chemistry, they have the potential to be one of the best backcourts in the league. I'm calling it now. I really like this pick for Atlanta. I didn't think about it at first, but the more that I think about it and the more I look at his highlights and his stats, yes, the Atlanta Hawks made a solid pick in Dejounte Murray, and I'm really excited to see what they do. They still need some defense, which Dejounte Murray does provide, because Atlanta was one of the worst defensive teams last summer. So it's going to be real interesting. Do they pick up another defensive player in the offseason, a veteran? I know you got to get rid of John Collins. I know they plan on getting rid of him anyway. So Atlanta is going to be very interesting to watch this season. Now we switch gears to Boston. And let me tell you, Marcus Smart is responding to critics saying that he is not a facilitator or he's not a star point guard. He said in a quote, "We've had star point guards, and yet this so-called non-point guard is the only one that's led them to the finals," end quote. Let me just double down on my statement. Boston needs a point guard that can facilitate. That is not Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is a 2 guard, and he's known for defense. He is a defensive player. He is a defensive presence. Boston still needs a point guard that can facilitate. Not taking anything away from Marcus Smart, but Marcus Smart is not, and I repeat, is not, capital N-O-T, a facilitator. Second of all, Jason Tatum was the one that led Boston to the finals. Let me be clear on that. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown led Boston to the finals. Let's be clear on that, please. Anyway, that's my TED Talk. I don't have too much to say about that. That's just my opinion. I think if Boston gets a point guard that can facilitate, doesn't have to be a star per se, but he has to help take some of that load off of Tatum and Brown, and he has to be a scorer and play some defense, because Boston turned that ball over way too much in the playoffs. You saw it. When they turn over the ball more than 20 times a game, they don't win. But anyway, that's been the Sports Minute. I'm Rico McGee, and as always, we'll see you in a minute.